Creators doing under $1 million a year cannot afford to make this mistake. And it's a mistake, unfortunately, I've seen far too often in my career working with creators. So we've worked with over 1,000 creators here at Solin, and there is a simple mistake that a lot of creators make in the early days as they're coming up, and even some more established creators make. And it's related to exclusivity with platforms. And so I'll explain exactly what I mean by that, but let me start with a story. Today I was on the phone with a creator that was interested in using Solin. And unfortunately, and she did not even know that she had done this, but unfortunately, she found out that 3 or 4 months ago, she had signed a contract with another platform that did not allow her to work with Solin. She's not going to be allowed to work with us until February of 2026. So that's 9 months from now. And ultimately, this is a platform that right now is able to control what she can and cannot do with her digital products. So she's not allowed to be selling any other digital products outside of this platform. And the platform is not allowing her to launch the digital product that she wants to launch on their platform. So she's currently sitting here 3 months into the contract without any revenue, without any sales generated. And this is a big creator who could be making, tens of thousands of dollars a month selling digital content online, selling challenges, selling programs, ebooks, you name it, right? So I'm talking about a fitness creator, but this applies to all creators. Very often when creators are early in their careers, or when they are going and looking to explore partnerships with platforms to release paid content, there are some platforms out there that have exclusivity clauses in their agreements. And it is not to say that it's never okay to sign an agreement that has exclusivity, right? It definitely is. But you need to know as a creator what constitutes it being okay to have you be exclusive with that platform. And so far too often now, I'm seeing creators sign exclusivity agreements. They don't even know that the exclusivity is in the contract. They're not probably reading the contract. They definitely don't have a lawyer looking at it. But they find out when they come to try to work with us that they, unbeknownst to them, signed a contract however many months ago that says they can't work with us for a year. And they find out that the contract that they're in with another platform is not an interesting contract for them anymore, right? They realize, shoot, there were way better alternatives. And so when is it okay to sign an exclusivity agreement or to sign an agreement that has exclusivity in it versus not signing that agreement? Well, an instance in which it may be okay to sign that agreement is if the company is actually agreeing to pay you something, right? Like maybe they're going to be paying you a certain amount per month. And in addition to other pieces of potential revenue or income from that agreement. So if a company is going to be paying you, then it's okay to at least think about, okay, well, they're paying me X dollars a month over the next 12 months, or they're paying me a certain amount in conjunction with this contract. It makes sense that, I potentially should not be it's okay for me to be exclusive with them, right? You'll see this all the time in like clothing deals, right? So Gymshark might do a clothing deal or sign an athlete to be a Gymshark athlete, and Gymshark's paying that athlete for content, for posts, for deliverables, and that athlete cannot go work with Nike or another brand that's, any other clothing brand that's competitive with Gymshark, right? That makes sense. Gymshark is paying them, right? Far too often now I'm seeing influencers enter into agreements where they're not getting paid, but where there's exclusivity, or even worse, where they are paying a platform to work with them, and in the agreement, there's exclusivity. And so, as an example, they might be paying a platform that they have not done their research on. Maybe they've had 1 or 2 sales conversations with this platform, and now they sign an agreement with this platform, and they're paying them $5,000 up front, $10,000 up front, $1,000 a month. And the agreement says, not only do you have to pay us that, you also must continue working with us, right? You must continue working with us for the next 12 months. And if you want to leave, you have to pay us a lot more just to leave. Or if you want to leave, there's no out. You can't leave, right? You can't go work with another platform that may be able to offer you more money, that may be able to pay you, or that may be able to give you a better service or do something that you are really interested in doing. And so this is a massive problem for early creators, creators that maybe haven't entered into a lot of contracts or don't quite understand the ramifications of what they're signing. It's something that you absolutely need to look out for, because I'm seeing it far too often now that creators, they blow up much more quickly than they might otherwise expect. And now there's way more opportunities available to them, way more places that they could host their content, way more people willing to pay them money, way more people, way more platforms that can offer them better services. And they are stuck, right? They're stuck with old, archaic contract structure with another platform that they are exclusive with, that's not paying them anything, that's controlling what they can do, what they can't do, what they can say, what they can't say. It's a really bad position to be in as a creator. So there's literally only one thing I want you to take away from this. I want to make sure, or I want you to make sure that you're reading all of the agreements that you're signing and that you're being very, very, very mindful of the term of that agreement and the exclusivity in that agreement. And try not to think about just the short term, right? Try to think about, what ramifications could this have at month 3, month 6, month 12, right? What could this mean if, let's say, my account triples in the next 30 days or in the next 3 months, right? Or let's say my friend tells me about this amazing platform that I had no idea about 3 months ago, and this other platform is just way better than the platform I may be talking to right now that's trying to get me to sign an exclusivity agreement, right? Think about it like that. We very, very explicitly have zero exclusivity. We want creators to be able to work with us and as many other platforms as possible. We believe in a free open market, right? And so that's how we structure our agreements. And when I see other platforms taking advantage of creators that maybe don't know what they're signing or are not fully versed in legal constructs and agreements and all of that, it's very difficult to see, and it creates really big problems for creators that don't realize what they're getting themselves into, and then it just hamstrings them, and it may make it so that you're unable to leave your job, right? Because you can't make enough money to support yourself yet as a creator until you're able to get out of that agreement or that contract. So these are the types of things to be thinking about, right? Really think about the exclusivity that's in these agreements. Really think about what you're getting in exchange for that exclusivity. And you should definitely think twice about signing anything with exclusivity if the company is not paying you. And definitely if you're paying the company, right? If you're a customer of that company, really think hard about why they're trying to lock you into an exclusive agreement. Always do your best to give yourself that flexibility to work with whoever you'd like to work with, unless a company is paying you in exchange for the exclusivity and you are happy with the amount they're paying you and you believe it's fair. So look at the exclusivity, look at the term of agreements, and really read those things and understand what you're getting yourself into before just signing on the dotted line. All right, I hope this talk was helpful. And as always, please leave any questions or comments in the comment section below. And please let me know what you'd like to see next. All right, we'll catch you guys next time.